Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Teen Script Showcase. All right, so the showcase at the Deering Acting Studio is less of a performance, even though we do perform, and it is more of a timestamp, a demonstration of where they are right now, where their skill set is when we apply a little bit of pressure. The pressure is you in the room, number one. Number two, we're live on YouTube. And number three is just that they only get to go once. So they're not going to get any feedback and correction. They're just they get their shot. Then after the showcase, if you choose to, you'll fill out an evaluation form and you set up a meeting with me. If you don't do the evaluation form and you set up the meeting, we won't have the meeting because the evaluation form is essential. I'm not giving critique. I do that every week. Instead, we're evaluating how the kids are evaluating themselves. So ideally, we start to graduate beyond, oh, I gave myself a 1, you know, I was the worst, or I gave myself a 10, everything was good, without putting thought into it. We want to see them seeing the details. Whether they do it or not, I preach to them that watching their videos weekly is huge. It's like game tape for a professional athlete. To watch the videos back, check in on the tiny little things. So ideally, we're looking for them to say, wow, I really feel like I grew in this area. I could tell this thing that you mentioned that, yep, still an issue, etc., etc. And then they'll grade themselves honestly, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about where they were, where they are, and where we want to go. If you're brand new to the program, it's your first showcase or even your first month, that's awesome, because this is just a timestamp for you. It's almost awesome if it was your first month, because now you get this video to reflect back on. So like imagine parents, anybody who's been in a job for however many years and you become an expert at your vocation. Imagine if you had video of yourself the first day and you're like, dang, I've come a long way, you know. That's what we do, okay? So there's that. Second thing is we are moving into commercials starting next month, so we've got a week off to handle all these evaluations, and then we're into commercial work over the summer, which is huge in Arizona because most of the paid work here is commercial, so that's a big deal. And then lastly, our Valleywood movie camp, I think we've got about 3 spots left total, so I can almost guarantee you that before class starts next month, we will be all the way full. So if that was something you're interested in, just ask us or look on the website, look up Valleywood, you'll see that. All right. Kids, we ready to rock?
Woo! Yeah. Oh,
right.
yeah! Yeah!
Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with monologues. This is a dramatic section, so in drama, as in life, sometimes dramatic moments can be funny. That's okay. But for the most part, we are focused on the dramatic acting. We want to play this very real, very honest, okay? So we're going to do monologues, those of you who have one, and then we're going to move into scenes. So first up, please, Samantha Bean. Anytime.
My family lived in a big apartment on East 71st Street. I was standing by the window, watching my older brother Scott. Everything was blue as it can be, before it gets black. And Scott said, come out on the terrace. We were leaning on the rail, enjoying the view. And then we were gone. We were over. And I didn't black out. I thought very clearly, this is bad. This is real. And it's true. You see everything pass before your eyes. Everything, slowly, like a dream. We went through an awning, which saved my life. I broke every bone in my face. I have a completely new face. My teeth were all shattered. These are all caps. I was in traction for 10 months. Our family, we sued the building. It was never even attached. It was just a rail, a loose rail. There was another one on another floor. The same thing could have happened. I survived. He didn't.
Next up, please, Harrison. Okay, when you're ready, sir.
I learned a new word in school today, Mom. Negotiate. It means to reach a compromise by discussing with others. I just don't see how that word's gonna help me in life. Oh well, I'm glad you think so highly of the word. Let's see if I can't think of a scenario to use in. I guess I could apply it to dinner tonight, now that I think of it. So you're telling me that I have to eat all my peas if I want dessert, correct? Perfect. Let's see if we can negotiate. For one, I don't like peas. They are gross, they are squishy, and they're hard to get on my fork. However, Abigail loves peas. Plus, she's too little to know any better. And she eats them with her hands. So my options are, I give my carrots to her, and I give my peas to her, and she gives me her carrots, and we get dessert. Wow, I guess that word really is gonna help me in life.
All right, teenagers, I've got somebody helping me right now who's kind of watching on the side. And you know what she said? She was like, Matt, wow, looks great. You sound really great, but the kids are too quiet. So remember, you must project your voice, okay? The whole room needs to hear you. Got it? Everyone say yes?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, we've got Haley. Come on down.
Hi, I'm Julie, 15, Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's been an okay week, I guess. I've been sleeping better, more energy. I don't feel as sluggish as I used to. So far, everyone seems pleased with my results. But it's hard, you know. My friends are at school, they have parties on weekends. I can't help but feel like I'm missing out. I should be grateful, I know that. It's hard, that's all. It's hard.
Next up, please, Robin.
I can't believe you have laryngitis and you're still interrupting me. Constantly. Look, I'm gonna talk and you can listen or not listen, but no, I don't want to order pizza. I'm not staying for dinner. Break up, okay? Break up. Me. Break up with you. How about that? Oh, but this has never happened to Ty Green before because he is so smooth and no one can ever get 2 words in edgewise. And don't look at me like that. Don't act so heartbroken. It's not you. I just never feel we're on the same page. I'm trying to pull things together. I love you, but when I'm around you, things come apart. They come apart.
Next up, Echo, please.
I know exactly who you are. You're Kenny Fisher. We used to play Miami Vice in my basement. You used to sleep over at my house. You had to leave the hall light on every night. You're Kenny Fisher who got me a card every Valentine's Day. And a bag of those little hearts with the words on them. And you're Kenny Fisher who suddenly got too cool to hang out with me when we hit junior high. Because I was in all the smart classes, and because my parents didn't make a lot of money, and because you desperately needed to sit at the popular table in the cafeteria.
Next up, Shane Danielson, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, our problem here is Teldar Paper. Mr. Comwell, Teldar Paper has 33 vice presidents, each of them making $200,000. Now, I've been spending the last 2 months analyzing what these guys actually do. And you know what? I still can't figure it out. But I do know this though. Our paper company has lost over $110 million. And I'll bet half of that was spent going back and forth between each one of these vice presidents that we ever so need. The new law of America, survival of the unfittest. In my book, it's either you do it right or you get cut. In the last 7 deals I have been a part with, there were 2 million shareholders, each making a pre-tax profit of $12 billion. Now, I'm not a destroyer of companies, I'm a liberator of them. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, greed, lack of a better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed cuts through and captures the essence of the young ingenuity of a soul. Goosebumps. But I do know this. Greed in all of its forms, love, life, knowledge, money, will not only save Teldar Paper, but the other manufacturing company known as USA.
Next up, Lena.
No, you listen. You turned out to be exactly who I thought you were. I never pretended to be anybody else. It's been me all along. And it was me who was hurt in front of everybody. Look, I didn't come here to yell at you, okay? I know what it's like to be afraid to show who you are. I was, but I'm not anymore. And the thing is, I don't care what people think about me because I believe in myself and I know that things are going to be okay. But even though I have no job, no family, and no money for college, it's you that I feel sorry for. I know the guy that sent those emails is somewhere inside of you, but I can't wait for him anymore because waiting for you is like waiting for rain in this drought. Useless and disappointing.
Okay, next up, Harlow.
I'm just a kid. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. But I think you should know better when you're all grown up. I think you should know how to act and how to treat people. And if you want to love somebody enough to marry them, you should at least be nice to them, even if you don't love them anymore. And if you have a child, you should treat that child like a human being, not like a pet, not like you treat your dog or something. You know, when you have a dog, you sometimes forget he's there. And then suddenly, when you get lonely, you remember him. And you remember how cute he is and stuff. And then, the next day when you're busy again, you forget all about him. This is how I've been treated for the past 4 years. And you don't treat your kid like your dog. It's not right.
Great. Next up, Lucy. Come here, Tristan. Come here. I'll whisper in your ear.
When I think of all that's out there, the trees and flowers and seagulls, when I think of the dearness of you, Peter, and the goodness of people we know, all risking their lives for us every day, when I think of these good things, I'm not afraid anymore. I find myself and God, and we're not the only ones who've had to suffer. There have always been people that have had to, sometimes one race, sometimes another, and yet, I know it's terrible, trying to have any faith when people are doing such horrible things. But you know what I sometimes think? I think the world may be going through a phase, the way I was with Mother. It'll pass. Maybe not for hundreds of years. But someday, I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are really good at heart.
Jaden.
Can I get a chair?
Yeah, dude, get a chair.
Oh, sorry. It's fine. Good to go?
You're good, dude.
Everything? Okay, I'll talk. In the 3rd grade, I cheated on my history exam. In the 4th grade, I stole my Uncle Max's toupee and glued it on my forehead when I played Moses in the Hebrew school play. In 5th grade, I pushed my sister Eddie down the stairs and blamed it on the dog. When my mom sent me to summer camp for fat kids, they fed me nuts and I pigged out and they kicked me out. The worst thing I ever done. I mixed a pot of fake puke and I went to the movie theater. This was awful. I climbed up the balcony and I dumped it over and I started making sounds like and then it's the worst part. Then everyone else started getting sick and throwing up on each other. It's the worst thing I've ever done. Oh, I forgot the chair. Sorry.
That's cool, though. All right. Next up, please. Oh, by the way, I'm going to forget, so I don't want to. This is my son, Jack, on tech. We'll give him a round of applause. That's his boy, Tristan, over there doing camera with us. We got Molly's been running the front desk. Thank you, Molly. Dana's watching online. She's the executive assistant that's been crushing it over the phones. We can clap for her. And last but definitely not least is my masterclass student, Mr. David here. All right, moving right along. Abigail, please.
I'm sorry, I don't know this curtain. Okay. I got like a midget's crown that I have to figure out how to put on. You know, that works. That works.
All right, take a breath.
It works.
So take a breath. We just want to, don't bring attention to it, which you already did. Yeah, you got it. You have to keep your head up.
Huh. Wow. Thanks. Well, half the people in this room are mad at me, and the other half only like me because they think I pushed someone in front of a bus. So, that's not really good. You know, sorry to all the people whose feelings got hurt by the burn book. And I've never been to one of these things before. And when I think about how many people wanted this and how many people cried over it and stuff, I mean, I think everyone looks great tonight. Look at Jessica Lopez. That dress looks amazing. And Emma Gerber, that hairdo must have taken hours, and you look really pretty. So why is everyone stressing over this thing? I mean, it's just a piece for Gretchen Wieners, a partial spring fling queen. A piece for Janice Ian. And a piece for Regina George. She fractured her spine, and she still looks like a rock star. And some for everyone else.
Isabella Leota! Isabella Leota! Anytime.
I led a murder drone here accidentally. You chose to leave me for dead instead of just believing in me. And that's not even angsty teach hyperbole like I said it last week. I'll save you the trouble, Dad. I banished myself. Let's go, N. Oh, and Dad, if you ever try looking for me, just don't, okay? Because anywhere you go, anywhere you've been, I won't be there.
Brindley.
Where to begin? The first thing you need to know about me is that my mother named me Enola. I know it's an unusual name, but my mother is rather fond of word games, and Enola spelled backwards reads, well, alone. She would continually tell me, "You'll do very well on your own, Enola." And yet, we were always together. It was just the two of us, but it was wonderful. She was not an ordinary mother. No. We did different things, like reading, science, sports, all sorts of exercise, both physical and mental. She was my whole world. But she didn't share everything with me. Which leads me to the second thing you need to know. A week ago, I awoke to find that my mother was missing. She'd left Ferndale Hall, our home, and she did not return. And the third thing you should know is that I'm presently on my way to collect my brothers, Mycroft and Sherlock, names which backwards spell out, respectively, to Forcum and Coleridge. Perhaps one shouldn't read too much into the alone idea. Yes, Sherlock Holmes, the brilliant detective and my genius brother. He will have all the answers.
Addison.
I get sent home with a paper trail of homework each day, but when I start falling asleep in class, I get told to wake up and start going to bed earlier. And when I act off or upset or unproductive, I get sent to the principal who doesn't care about the reason why. The first few weeks after my parents' divorce, school was tough, and I was really upset. I was in and out of detention because of it. The guidance counselor took weeks to talk to me, but it didn't help. Nobody at school seems to care about my mental health. Do they want me to suffer? I'm trying my hardest, but sometimes I mess up, and I feel like I'm being punished for not being enough.
Julia.
No! I'm sorry, it's just I can't listen to this anymore. You're sitting here picking the music, planning his funeral, and he was my dad. And you never loved him. You didn't! You never loved me. And that's cool, I get it. I was from the first marriage. I'd like to think that as a real-life grown-up, that you could see past that. But maybe it was just too much for you. Fine. I didn't raise my voice to you once. But if you think you're planning his funeral without me, if you think you have the right to do that, then I can't be quiet anymore. Because he was my dad. Mine first. You were later. And I'm not going to back down on this one. So I suggest you pick up your Fendi purse and leave.
Valentina.
Valentina, let's go!
No. I won't do it, Dad. I won't. I'm not going in for another one of your hustles. They give me the worst feeling in the pit of my stomach, and it reaches down to my thighs. Everything goes numb. Last time, we barely made it through. When the cops questioned me, I was barely able to control myself. I can't do this again. And you promised me. You promised that you would never ask me to cover for you again. That you'd never get me involved in any more of your genius ideas. What happened to that? Another broken promise? Like always. Lasted 2 weeks. Dad, I can't live with a father going in and out of prison. Every time you make me believe in you, you fall back and let me down. Leave me alone. I am so done with you.
Hayden.
I saw my life branching out before me like the green fig tree in the story. From the tip of every branch like a fat purple fig, a wonderful future beckoned and winked. One fig was a husband and a happy home and children, and another fig was a famous poet, and another fig was a brilliant professor, and another one was E.G., the amazing editor, and another fig was South America and Africa and Europe, and another fig was Constantine and Socrates and Attila and a pack of other lovers, weird names and offbeat professions, and another fig was an Olympic lady crew champion. And beyond and above these figs were many more I couldn't quite make out. I saw myself sitting at the base of this crotch of this fig tree, starving just because I couldn't make up my mind which of the figs I would choose. I wanted each and every one of them so badly that choosing one meant losing all the rest. And as I sat there, unable to decide, I watched them wrinkle and go black as they plopped to the ground at my feet.
Isabel!
No one says good morning to me. I did an experiment for 2 weeks straight by not uttering a single word to any of you first. My hypothesis is proven correct. I am not spoken to unless I speak first. And this is not a cry for help or an "oh please mother, your ignorance has driven me to my breaking point." No, this was simply a scientific study. It's fascinating how my own family managed to ignore my existence for 14 days. I am so glad that none of you care for me, because then I would actually have to care for you guys too.
Lily!
Yes, I'm only 12. I don't know everything you do. But I need you to listen to me. I know when you yell at Mom, it's usually because you think you're right and she's wrong. But if Mom is crying because you're yelling at her about how wrong she is, then I think you're wrong. Look, Dad, there must be a better way to make your point than to stick Mom with it until she cries. I'm just saying, you could soften your point like I did with Jackie. I didn't tell your mom this, but Jackie took my favorite dress without asking and wore it to a sleepover and got grape soda all over it. It's ruined. I wanted to yell at her. But the last time I did that, she didn't talk to me for a week. So instead, I downloaded that funny movie she'd been dying to see. When we were both really happy together, I told her quietly, privately in my room, about how excited I had been to wear the dress. I told her I was just telling her because I wanted her to know how I felt. So when she finally apologized, I knew it was real. Not because you or Mom made her, but because she loves me.
Marlo!
Katie, why were you talking to Janice Ian? Gosh, she is so pathetic. Okay, let me tell you a little something about Janice Ian. Me and Janice used to be best friends in middle school. I know, right? It's so embarrassing, I can't even... Okay, whatever. And then in the 8th grade, I got my first boyfriend, Kyle, who was like totally gorgeous. But then he moved to Indiana. And Janice was always like weirdly jealous of him. Like, if I blew her off to hang out with Kyle, she'd be like, "Why didn't you call me back?" And I'd be like, "Okay, why are you so obsessed with me?" So then my all-girls pool party came around, and I was like, "I can't invite you, Janice, because, I think you're weird." I couldn't let her ruin my reputation with all the other girls. So her mom called my mom. It was a whole screaming match. It was so stupid. She had no friends, so she left school. She came back in the fall, and all her hair was cut off, and she was totally weird. And now I think she's on drugs.
All right, teenagers, did I miss anybody for the monologues? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Get up there, Scarlett.
I dropped her off that night about 1:45. I should have asked her to come over or at least asked if anything was wrong, but she seemed normal. Not happy exactly, but like herself. I met her freshman year in Introduction to British Literature. We made each other laugh. She was bitter and cynical, but still really nice. I knew she had depression, but it was weird. We had fun together. You know? I never really made sense of that. That night, we saw a play, and we went to a midnight movie. I was nodding off through the last half of it. I'd gotten up early that morning to go running. And I just keep wondering if there was something in the play or in the movie, some trigger or some reason, something that could set her off, you know? Something I missed. I just keep trying to look for clues or answers. She had survived so much. Why that night?
Wonderful. Did I miss anybody else? All right. Very good. Moving on to the scenes here. Can I please have Nathan and Tristan come on up? This is a scene from the movie Stand By Me that we have adapted, and then on deck will be our other scene from Stand By Me, so you can be ready for that. Action, boys.
No one even asked me if I took the milk money. I just got a 3-day vacation.
So did you take it?
Yeah, I took it. You knew I took it. Teddy knew I took it. Everyone knew I took it. But I felt bad and I tried to give it back.
You tried to give it back?
Yeah, I took it to our math teacher, Miss Simon, and the money was all there. But I still got a 3-day suspension because the money never showed up at school. And then next week I see Miss Simon with a new dress.
Yeah, it was brown and had dots on it.
Yeah, so I did steal the milk money, but Miss Simon stole it back again from me. But seeing as I'm Eyeball Chambers' brother, I can't tell anyone. Do you think anyone would believe me?
No.
And do you think she'd try to do it if one of the other kids in town had done what I'd done with the money?
No way. She probably had her eye on that dress for a long time. She saw her chance and she took it. You know that was a real stupid thing you did, trying to give that money back.
I know.
Good. Now we're gonna get to meet his brother, Eyeball. Everyone in scenes, make sure you project and face out fourth wall toward the audience, okay? All right, action, boys.
Come on, man, we gotta do something.
Why? Who cares?
We saw him.
So? It ain't nothing to us. Kid's dead. It ain't nothing to him neither. Who cares if they were found? I don't.
It's just that kid they're talking about on the radio. Rocco or Lowell, Flowers, whatever the kid's name is. Train must have hit him.
Big deal.
I think we should tell the cops.
You don't go squawking no cops. After you done stole a cart, they're gonna know we ain't got no car. They're gonna wanna know how we got our back car on the road. It's best we just keep our mouths shut, and then they can't touch us.
We can make an anonymous call.
They trace those calls. I saw it on Highway Patrol and Dragon.
Yeah, you're right. Now we should steal that car. I wish Ace was with us so we could tell the cops we was in his car.
Well, he wasn't.
Are we gonna tell him?
We ain't gonna tell nobody. Nobody knew. You got it?
Is that? I know. I didn't know either. Don't sweat, Mom and Dad. I am very certain he does not smoke. All right. Let's go with. So everyone's there's okay. Let's go with Samantha and Scarlett, please. Take your time. Nice, big, loud voices.
I owe you one, sis. Sure and lucky you showed up. I'll pay you back. Honestly, Maureen, every last dime. Or we could consider it an early birthday present?
Try birthdays and Christmas for a couple of years.
Sure, we could do that. I'm really, really sorry. I don't know what else to say.
Good. Then stop talking.
Your boss said he knew you were involved, so it's all over, okay?
I've never been so embarrassed in my entire life.
I'm sorry, jeez.
Jeez? Jeez. Don't you dare give me attitude. I could have been fired.
But you weren't.
That doesn't make it okay. I don't understand why you were stealing. You don't even need the money.
I was bored.
Bored? Bored. Try TV. Try video games. How about reading a book or go to the gym?
I know, you're right.
Or maybe try thinking about someone else besides yourself for 1 minute. I had a great reputation at my work, and now my boss is going to be watching me like a hawk.
I'm sorry.
You do realize the things you do affect me, right?
Believe it or not, you're all I could think about when I got caught. I can't believe how bad I messed up. I hope soon you'll forgive me.
I forgave you right away. Forgiveness is free. The problem is I still don't trust you. And trust cannot be given. Trust is something you have to earn.
I must say, Miss Scarlett, my protege, your improv space work on that steering wheel was amazing. And that might be part of the reason she passed her driver's test. All right, let's have, please, Haley and Echo. All right, take a breath, girls. Big, loud voices. When you're ready, go for it.
What have you done? I'm talking to you.
I'm reading.
Well, stop reading.
What?
You know what? This.
A dress?
My new dress. My brand new, incredible dress. It's ruined.
I can explain.
Go ahead, I'm really looking forward to hearing this.
Well, you remember Sam's birthday party?
Yeah? I couldn't go because I was sick.
Exactly, and I wasn't going to go without you, but Mom said it would be rude for both of us to miss it. Anyway, I couldn't find anything cute in my own closet to wear, so I borrowed your dress.
And now it's ruined?
It was an accident.
Duh, no one ruins a dress on purpose.
I'm serious. We were on the trampoline, I was up and the others were down, and when I came down, we all got kind of tangled and the dress ripped.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was afraid you'd be angry.
You were right. But I'm angrier that you tried to lie and hide it from me.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know why I lied.
It's better to just tell the truth than get caught up in a lie. Just remember that for next time.
Thanks, sis.
It's almost like someone wrote a life lesson at the end of these scenes. Huh.
I wonder why.
So weird. Robin, please, and Allegra. Are you going to be entering?
Yeah.
Okay, action.
Can I talk to you for a second, please?
Sure. Talk. About what? How you broke my brother's heart or how you ditched my cable show?
I'm sorry. I forgot to call you and tell you I couldn't make it.
I just can't believe you let me down after all I've done for you. I kept your royal secret.
Sure. But you know, you didn't keep a secret how lame you thought it was to be a royal princess. So, congratulations. You got your wish. I'm not gonna be a royal princess.
You're not?
No.
But I want you to be.
What?
I didn't mean it, okay? I was just jealous. You're my best friend, and I was afraid I was losing you to the popular girls. That made me really upset and angry. Look, you being a princess is kind of a miracle.
What miracle? It's a nightmare.
No, it's a miracle. You're a princess with the power to affect change, to make people listen. No one our age can do that. Think about it. What more of a miracle can you get?
Well, I'm sorry. I already called them and told them no thank you, so I guess we'll just have to find a different miracle together. You are now and will always be my best friend. Princess status or not.
All right, next up we've got Shane. And where's the other one? And Marlo. This is an adapted scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She's been arrested and he's some random guy at the jail talking to her. Action.
What are you doing here?
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Then why don't you go home?
Why don't you go jump in the lake?
You don't want to talk about your problems.
With you? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay. Leave me alone. All right, you want to know what's wrong?
Oh, I know what's wrong. I just want to hear you say it.
In a nutshell, I hate my brother. There you go.
That's cool. Did you kill him or something?
No. I went back home to confirm he was actually ditching, and when I was there, someone broke into the house. I called 911 and now I'm here for a phony call.
Why do you care if your brother's ditching?
Why should he get to ditch when everyone else has to go?
You could ditch.
Yeah, I get caught.
I see. You're pissed off because he ditches and gets away with it. Is that it?
Basically.
Basically. So your problem is you.
Excuse me?
Your problem is you. You ought to spend a little more time on yourself and less time worrying about what your brother does.
Okay, what are you? A psychiatrist?
I don't think so.
Then why don't you keep your opinions to yourself?
There's someone that you should talk to that,
If you say Ferris Bueller, you will lose a limb.
you know?
All right, Lena and Abigail.
Do you need a new cup? It's kind of snapped. Do you want a better one?
Get some from this angle too. I mean, like, yeah, but like even like from behind, kind of, like facing that way. Yeah. Later, whenever. Okay. Anytime, girls.
Molly, I think we should go.
Are you nuts? No way.
Molly, please, I'm begging you, let's just go.
You go. I'll be fine.
Are you serious? I've been doing what you wanted to do all night. Now I'm calling Malala.
I'm not leaving just because you're doing the thing that you always do.
What's that supposed to mean?
You always talk a big game, but then you just give up when things get uncomfortable.
You decide what we do and when we do it. Every time.
No, I have to decide. Because you can't make decisions on your own.
I make decisions.
Face it, without me, you wouldn't do anything.
I'm gonna go to Africa without you.
I encouraged your summer abroad.
I'm not going for the summer, I'm going for the whole year.
Wait, what?
I'm taking a gap year. I deferred Columbia until next fall.
When did you decide that?
When I applied.
In January? You've been lying to me since January.
Yeah, because I knew you would have tried to bully me into staying.
Wow. Bullied? We'll be on completely different schedules. We won't graduate together.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Next up, Harlow and Valentina.
Where is it? Oh.
Oh my God, it's I don't know where it is.
Oh, I found it.
And we're gonna put that in the audience, right? Right. So play the TV out past the camera this way, and then you guys will look out into it. So. Do you have are there chairs that they sit in when they're looking at it, or are they?
We're just walking.
What if I could just put the table through the curtain on the table?
No, I just want the sound, and then you guys pretend like the TV is that way.
Oh.
So, because there isn't actually this box. Okay, ready? All right, our next scene is from the movie Jumanji.
I don't know how. Okay.
Did you hear that? I know that sound.
Can't be.
Okay, close it.
There it is again.
Close it. Okay, so we heard it. That's good. Big
Was
loud
it-
voices. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Keep going.
Okay. Was
Come on.
it?
Come all the way out to your marks. All the way.
It can't be.
No, don't say it.
Jack fixed the game and went back in.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I think he went back to go get something.
Like what? Why? Why would anyone try to fix that thing? Why would he go back? He wouldn't do that. I don't believe it.
We all know it was horrible in there. I got eaten by a hippo.
I got killed by a piece of cake.
It was awful. So now what? How is he gonna get out?
He's got to take the green jewel, stick it back into the statue, but avoid a flock of angry birds.
By himself?
We have to go back.
No way I'm going back.
Fine, I'm going alone then. He can't do this alone.
Are you out of your mind?
I don't know. Maybe. Come on, we know what to expect. We've played before and won. We know we can't do this alone.
My mom's not gonna like this.
We've always said, whatever we do it together. Deal?
Yeah, deal.
Next up.
Should I put this back?
Yes, please. Next up, we have Lucy and Addison. And this scene has been adapted from Clueless, right?
Yeah.
All right. Action.
What is this stuff?
This is a bunch of junk that reminded me of Elton. I came here to throw it out together because you're my best friend and I am so over him.
I'm really happy for you, but what brought on this surge of empowerment?
I met this guy who's so totally amazing and he makes Elton look like a loser.
Who?
Josh.
Oh, wow. Do you think that he likes you?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Like little things, you know? Like I saw him looking at me out of the corner of his eye and when I was sad one time he asked me to dance.
Wait, I'm confused. Why would you like Josh? He's kind of a bookworm.
Why would that be a bad thing for me? Do you think I'm like an academically challenged airhead?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, what do you mean then?
I just don't think you mesh well together.
Seriously? Look, I don't know what's going on, and why am I even listening to you? I thought you were my friend. Friends try to help and support each other.
Wait, I can explain.
I'm sorry, but I can't be here anymore. I didn't come here to be insulted. I'm outie.
I'm outie. All right. Next up, we've got Capri and Isabel.
Can I put my feet on the chair?
You may. Thank you for asking. Make sure you face out, though, toward audience, that you block yourselves appropriately. Are you supposed to be in a bed or something?
I'm in a hospital bed.
Okay. So, and what about her? Is she going to stand or sit?
She is visiting me.
Stand or sit? Stand, okay. So we'll put you like that, and then you can stand here. Huh? You have to speak up.
Mitch Mac socks.
You're going to fall.
Mitch Mac socks are just better.
Yeah. Just make sure that we can see you.
Oh, I need my book.
Okay, action.
It's about time you showed up.
Isn't that?
It's a dragon slayer. Brian came by yesterday to drop it off. He says it's not as good as the real thing, but at least it'll keep me practicing.
That's cool. But you were right, and I was wrong, but I'm wrong about most people.
The important thing is that you change your mind about them.
Thanks for that. I brought something for you.
They're traveling pants?
Yeah. I just got back from Lena's, so.
The one in Greece?
Yeah. She said that that we were right. Pants really are magical. So I was just thinking, maybe you can have them.
They don't fit me, remember?
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. Listen, Bailey, you have to take this. You have to let them help you. These pants, they will give you a miracle. All you have to do is believe.
I do. These pants brought me to you.
All right, next up we've got Caden and Hayden. Tristan, pull that table back so it doesn't get in your shot. And feel free to move that. You can wheel out if you need to. You know, I think you're fine now. I'm just saying in different scenes. Go ahead. All right, and action.
Oh, hey. How are you doing?
Why haven't you called me? I called you 3 times and I left messages.
Yeah, well, I didn't get them. My family, they're responsible about that stuff, you know?
I waited for you this morning.
Yeah? Where?
Parking lot. I saw you and I thought you saw me.
No.
What about us and prom?
Andy, I'm having a bad day. Can we talk later?
No.
Why don't we meet after school?
No, answer me. Just say it.
What?
Come on, just say it. I want to hear you say it.
A month ago, I asked somebody else, and I forgot.
You're a liar. You're a filthy, no good liar, and you don't have the guts to tell me the truth.
I'm not lying. What do you want me to say?
You're ashamed to be seen with me. You're ashamed to go out with me, and you're terrified your rich little friends won't approve of me. Just tell me the truth.
You don't understand.
Oh, I understand completely.
Okay, next up we've got Isabella and Brinley. Are you two ready? Okay, let me know.
Let's go, Isabella and Brinley.
Woo!
Action.
Come on. We have to take 16 outdoor photos and then we're done.
I hate this class. It's so boring.
No, it's easy. Look at that building. It has pretty cool graffiti. That cloud's really cool.
I guess.
You can't just take the same pictures I take.
Who says?
You have to look for yourself.
Well, I see that you've got good taste.
Cut it out, Blair. That's my cloud. I saw it first.
You can't call the clouds. No one owns the clouds.
No, but I own the picture of the cloud.
Fine, then you own your picture all night.
No, we have to take different pictures.
I hate this class.
Then why did you take it?
Because you asked me to, and I look up to you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm clueless about art.
Okay, check it out. Anything can be art. You just have to use your imagination and be ready to back it up in class.
I don't get it.
So I take a picture of that garbage can. Teacher asks why. I say because everything's pouring out of it like a fountain. Perfect. That's art.
So you can snap the garbage.
No, go ahead. You found it.
Art?
Art.
I've got a photography degree from ASU, and I can tell you that's pretty much how it goes. All right, last scene. Julia and Lily. it's awesome.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah.
You guys brought like 50% of all the profit. Well, actually, no. We need a third chair to put this. Oh, God. Can we use that chair, please?
Oh, thank you.
Special. I love
All right,
that
so
blanket.
it's our last scene. So what's the setup here?
We're in a bedroom.
Oh, never mind. They don't have a.
It was gonna be two. There's people. We have.
Oh, okay.
It's too much. Anyway.
All right. So a bedroom. So what is this?
Bed.
It's like
Are we gonna sit on it?
It's like a couch kind of thing.
Are we gonna sit on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we face that way?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be smarter?
Yeah.
Like that?
Are you gonna walk
Wait, how am I gonna walk in?
Yeah, how are you gonna walk in?
We can like move this.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
'Cause,
So
like,
let's
she's
talk
supposed
about
to
it.
walk in for
Because
here,
I
from
walk in
here,
from here,
and then she
and then
does
do
yeah.
this.
Okay, what if
What do you
if
mean
we can
you do
move it
that?
to this side?
Hold on. We might as well work this out in front of the audience. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So flip yourselves around because they can't see you. Talk to me. What's the problem? Let's work through it.
Okay. Hey Julia, can you like sit down?
Oh, thank you.
Can we move the TV a little closer? I can't smell them.
We'll get to you in a minute, sir.
So I'm supposed to walk in like this. And I'm supposed to do this.
Okay, if you use your other arm and then you put this over here, then it'll work out.
That's an option.
But
That's an
then-
option.
But then I also have a problem with the TV because like I'm supposed to be facing the TV, so it'd be kind of weird if you just
So like, why do you do that?
do what?
Why do you touch her shoulder?
That was just kind of like how we like emotionally connected at first.
Yeah.
It's how you emotionally connected. So we don't have to, but it's like you want to. No problem.
Very, very.
So I heard somebody whisper, and I think that person's right. Why couldn't you come from behind? And here, could look, connect, and then you're gonna want to end up what we call on the same plane, so you don't upstage her, so that both of us are kind of
What does
facing
that
out this
mean?
way. Upstage means like this. This is the up part of the stage.
Yeah.
So if I go up here, my wife used to do this to me when we were engaged. She would stand behind me to try to get, and I would look away from the audience, right? So now they can't see your face, but they can see mine. So I'm upstaging you. It's a dirty trick.
So, but I'm still confused about the TV.
What about the TV?
Well, because I'm supposed to be facing the TV. I mean, usually people will face the TV when they walk. Oh.
Yes.
You know, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go, Julia.
Wait, so I'm confused about the thing. Where are you gonna come from this?
I'm gonna come.
Are you
behind
gonna have a chair? Hey, do you want a chair? Are you gonna have a chair?
I don't use a chair.
Wait, but
You're
if
gonna stand
grab,
up?
Yeah. But
Okay.
if you grab, wait, I have a question. So if you like grab with that arm, how am I gonna push it off? Because then it'd just be like this. That's like so uncomfortable.
Lily, enter
Let me
from
show you.
there.
Let me show you. Ready?
Oh.
I'm supposed to push her arm off?
Yeah. Yes. Period.
Now notice I didn't turn around. I might, but even when I do, I'm gonna go right here. 'Cause my wife's not gonna upstage me, I'll tell you that. And I will feel from here. You'll then come around and we will make contact. Okay?
Wait, what?
But you saw I pushed her off?
Yeah, and then what? How will she like turn to like so we can face each other? Then?
She'll come around.
So you get, remember like when you jump up? Like, you
Oh yeah,
come
yeah, yeah,
around
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like that.
Got it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Kind of.
Let's go do that, Lily!
Back. Yeah, back to where you were. Yeah. Beautiful shot. You're doing great, Jack. Woo! All right, last scene. Here we go, and action.
Come in. Listen, we need to talk. I was so excited for the spring dance, and I can't go because you don't feel like it.
If you knew what happened last year, you'd understand.
Doubt it. What happened?
I went to the dance. My so-called friends called me over to the punch bowl. Then they tossed punch all over my dress. I came home crying and humiliated.
Kat, that's horrible. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, I guess I just didn't want you to be afraid of middle school.
No wonder Dad won't let me do anything.
He's trying to protect you.
I guess.
You know, I came in here to tell you I changed my mind.
Wait, seriously, you'll go?
Get dressed.
Hey, Kat.
Yeah?
Thanks, little sis. Back at ya.
All right, I didn't miss anyone, did I? I didn't miss any scenes? Okay. Class, let's get everybody up here for a big picture, please. You gotta bunch in real close. You want to get it or you want to get it? You get it.
I'm sorry.
Whoa! You're gonna lose your voice.
Sound actually scary.
Yes.
Alright, bunch in. Shorter people in front. Everybody tall people in back. Squeeze.
Yeah, get in the back.
Squeeze together.
Yeah, I'm in front.
Squeeze together. More together.
Okay, guys.
Move.
Squeeze together. Squeeze. Squeeze it all songs. Squeeze it all songs.
If you're not inside the curtains, you're not in my photo. There we go. So squeeze in.
Squeeze it all songs. What are you doing?
Hey, all right.
I heard that.
Here we go. Big smiles. 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right. Now do some playful ones, creative. More, no, change, keep changing, change. Boom. Change. Boom. Change. Boom. Change. Boom. Change. Boom. New pose. Boom. New pose. Boom. Boom. New pose. Boom. All right, good job, good job. Hey.
You think she wants attention?
Teenagers, round of applause for your parents. All right, everyone. See your portals for your showcase evaluation.
It's my birthday, so like.
We're off next week. Don't forget about Valleywood.
Happy birthday! Can you sing happy birthday?
Yep, we'll see you in 2 weeks for a commercial. And we'd like to sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to